What up, GMN? It's your boy Rick,
It's your boy
Rizzy
ZA.
Rick, and we are here with another episode of GMN Hip Hop Series.
Amen, amen.
This is not usually our schedule. You know, we usually do
Yeah.
it on Monday at 3, but we decided to switch it up this week and change the
We
day.
missed a few Mondays, and so we had to give y'all something.
Right, right.
We appreciate y'all bearing with us. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks, but we're back.
Man, we back.
It
We
feels
ready to
good.
do the thing. And so how you feeling today, ZA?
I'm feeling good, bro. It's a beautiful day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Got the do-rag on, sun's out. Can't be too mad
Trying
at
to get
that.
the waves.
Hey, bro, I just got the hair braided. I didn't get the cut, though, so that's the only way
You
in
need
and
to
out.
get the cuts too. Have it all fully formatted.
You know what I mean, bro? Got them all bunned up. Gorgeous.
Right. I need to get me a little cut, soon.
You was fresh
soon,
last
soon.
time.
I
What
know,
happened?
my hair growing back fast, But we here on GMS series, and we got some hip hop news for you today.
Mhm.
So we're gonna start off today talking about these allegations that's been blowing up with Tiny and Ti. Apparently, 11 women came and confessed that they kidnapped and drugged and raped them, sexually assaulted them, and I'm just like, wow,
Bro, I'm
like,
shocked.
yeah,
I'm
like this.
shocked.
That's not something Ti would do.
Thank you, bro. And the first when I heard that they were under investigation, I immediately thought, oh, this is on some modern day Bonnie and Clyde shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? They out here doing what they doing, probably. But then again, it's like here in Ti, it's like, I mean, the superstar. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be out here doing none of that shit.
Right.
So after doing a little bit of research and finding out what they're getting investigated for, it just blew my mind some more.
Right, because I was like, when I seen it, I'm like, this sounds like another big story that they're trying to just bring everybody down, bring the celebrity down, and they're just like, forget that. Where did you get that?
It was at your desk.
Yeah, that's wild. But but basically, I got my notes. But yeah, basically, kidnapping, sexual assaults, and drugged unknowingly, and they deny the allegations. Of course, in my opinion, I feel like that's something they would do to like not the kidnapping and rape, but like big orgy parties or something. Because Tiny, she freaky, and Ti, he look like he'll endubered in that.
Bro, the way I see it is like they've been together. They're a couple, couples at one point in the age after years of being together. They experiment. They want to have sex with other couples. By all means, do what you do.
Like the Will and Jada thing.
Ain't nothing wrong with
it. I mean,
nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. They keep the relationship fresh, kind of try new things.
This investigation, bro. What, like, with this blowing up, what are they trying to cover up in the news? You know what I mean? Because anytime there's some big shit happening in government or in just the world period, some shit we need to be focused on, we always get distracted by like stories like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? To draw away our attention. So if it is true, but I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see what else comes out. But what are we supposed to be looking at that we're not because of the story?
Right. I definitely agree with you, because it's just like there got to be something bigger, like something they want us to distract us from. But you never know, because they're gonna keep having these big stories. But apparently because of these allegations and them being under investigation, the Ti and Tiny series Family Hustle has been kind of delayed, the new season. And it's funny, like I think Ti and Tiny's relationship is funny, because like they do, like on the show they're like, we're not together anymore, but we still love each other as a family. But then like they're doing it for the show. So basically, I don't know. You will never know with these reality shows if they're real or not. You're like, are they really friends? Are they just doing it for the show?
How much of that shit is cut? All right, we need you to do it like this so it looks good on the show and action. And then
exactly.
Like how much?
Because like in reality show, you gotta show some type of fakeness in there
TV
to make it drama.
They need ratings and all that. No one, like 80% of the time, I feel like normal people's lives ain't worth watching. Right. So it's like, let's buff it up, let's puff it up, let's give it some gas. So
right, because you ain't going 1 minute, you ain't gonna be chilling with the fam, somebody breaking in, oh my god, or oh, it's my ex-wife from 20 years ago. I don't know, just drama from the past is coming in randomly.
Actually staged and
And it's funny because they make it seem like, you know, it's cool in the reality show, and then the drama arc. Like they act like the camera's not there, but they know the camera's there, so they gonna act like actors. They're gonna be like, "Hi, this is my show."
Like, I've been on a couple sets before, and I've seen all the equipment and how much space you actually have when you're like in a scene and all that. And there's no way you're going to just completely ignore the fact that you got camera right here, wires,
exactly,
all bags everywhere. Nah, bro, that shit's fake.
Like you looking behind the scenes, you'll be like, yeah, this, you don't know if this is fake or not.
It's for the ratings, bro, but get your money.
Right. Like, so that kind of was canceled. And, you know, T.I. was in the Ant-Man movies. Mm-hmm. They're like debating on if he's going to return as his role because being under investigation. So that's kind of being delayed as well. Mm-hmm. And
I didn't even know Ant-Man had another movie.
Yeah, well, it's coming out soon. Because what is it, like the third one?
It's the third one.
Yeah, the third one's coming out, and obviously T.I. was in those roles, so he's not. He's his role. We don't know if he's going to be in it. Hopefully, this investigation blows over or whatever happened. I personally think
because T.I. just made a comeback with music too.
Right.
He had that jam with Lil Baby and a couple other ATL artists, and like a lot of the things I don't like about older artists trying to come back and make a comeback is they usually stick to their old style and they can't adapt. But T.I. had a great mix of new school and old school, bro. Mm. And so like it would suck for him to try to make that comeback and then get destroyed like this.
Right.
So,
every time a black man had a little bit of success, they try to bring it down.
You're right about that. We'll see what happens.
But you know, there's also good news. You know, in the black community with Bobby Shmurda. You know, he recently got out. So how you feeling about that?
Excited, bro. He's been gone for a while. How many years? Like
for like 7 years. I think he got put in hot nigga. It was like in 2014. So about 7 years.
Everybody was doing that dance when he came out.
Right.
Everybody was doing that.
Throwing the hat up, just
slugging, bro. Which is why I'm excited to see now that he's out the music he makes. Because honestly, like that's really the only song from him that I can remember.
I remember two songs. So it was Hot Nigga and Bobby Bitch. Those two was like hits. Mm-hmm. And then he got locked up and you never really heard from him.
So it'd be interesting to see what he's working on now after, you know, his time in prison, the stories he has.
Right. Well, recently he was in ATL in a studio with Zaytoven and Mike Will. So he's been in Atlanta cooking up. You know, he's trying to live his best life now that he's out. And you know, I commend him for that because he's doing a real good job. He's also doing a party with Meek Mill and 50 Cent for the All-Star Weekend. So he's trying to live it up. He's been in the box too long, so he's trying to get out.
Bro, you can't be mad at him. It's like enjoy your time. You came out, you did your time, you got this money. Mm-hmm. Have a little bit of fun.
Cause he been in there about 7 years. A lot's been changed. Like last time he was in jail, Vine was popular, and that's not Vine's even. Gone. Vine turned to TikTok. You mean? And last time he was in jail, the Spurs and the Seahawks, like the San Antonio Spurs and the NBA, they won a championship, and the Seattle Seahawks won the championship back in 2014.
Any of those teams?
I'm about to say, all you see is Patriots. Tom Brady and LeBron James taking over for the most part.
Duncan, Tony Parker,
right?
Ginobili,
back in that era, that's the last time
he was
out. Yeah, I think so. Yep, back in 2014. LeBron was on like two other teams before that. Like
a lot has changed.
A lot has changed. Curry ran the game with 3 championships since.
I don't even want to talk about that Golden State team.
Right,
couldn't stand that.
Unreal. I was like,
like you said, now that he's working and he's out, it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Of course.
I'm interested to see now that he's working with these ATL. He's in ATL. If he'll kind of adapt to that sound. Well, you know where he's from?
I think he's from DC. No.
It's just I'd be interested to see what he does if he follows this sound of these new age rappers.
Right. I feel like he'll adapt because this is definitely his generation, in my opinion. With his music, like where he left off, it's real jiggy a vibe. I feel like he could definitely relate to the new era of music, and I feel he's gonna do a lot of collabs with these big celebrities: Uzi, 21 Savage, Lil Yachty. Miami,
Florida. Yep.
Okay. So especially being from Miami, he's gonna have that fun vacation vibe. Yeah, it's gonna be
good. So
I feel like if him and the baby do kind of collect, that would be nasty. Like they'll probably have something like
it'll be especially with the summertime coming up, bro. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Right, it's gonna be like a summertime thing. He got out just in the perfect time, and this nice weather. It's gonna be different. Like now that he's out, and he's gonna collab with a lot of new artists and definitely has some heat. So
thank you. Shout out Smurda.
Yeah. Shout out to Smurda. You out now, live your life. So we got some good news, in the work.
I mean, you got to, bro. Life is all about balance.
Right.
With good comes bad. With evil comes good. So.
Definitely. Like a lot of people when they're in the cell, they learn like it was never worth it. So just for all the young people out there, the people who's kind of worried, like thinking about getting the gangs or getting into something that's not good for you, just think about it. Like, is your life really worth being stuck like in that cell for as many years? Mm-hmm. Do you really want to be known to be locked up for the half of your life for something you could have controlled? Just saying, you can make the best decisions. You just got to work at it. Like me and ZA, we try and grind with this GMN stuff. So, hey, I mean, even if it take us a while, we making our we try to make it the right way.
That's the one thing I realized with this entertainment stuff. Period is you hear a lot about it. And you see a lot of these artists who just blow up. Don't want to say overnight, but they drop one banger, and next thing you know, they're superstars. You know what I mean? Hella followers on TikTok, Instagram, all that, on radio plays, music videos, all that. And it's like that's not the case for everybody. A lot of people still got to grind, hit the pavement like we are, kind of be consistent back to back, dropping jams and all that, doing stuff like this where, you see us, you learn about us as artists, and you follow us because you fuck with us. So.
Right. I realize it's the two C's, like consistency and communication. You got to be consistent with your music. You got to communicate to others for collabs and them to help you to be on bigger platforms, network with everybody as soon as you can, because that's going to help you for real. It's not about being involved in stuff just to get the big bucks. You got to also realize what you're getting into and also find a way to get out of that.
It's also about longevity.
Definitely.
Like anybody, I could put out some BS track right now and blow up, but it's like after that one track spends its time, because I think we live in a very short attention span time frame right now where everyone, like, once it's hot, it's blown, it's keeping everyone's attention, but as soon as that blows over, bro, gone. Don't hear about it.
Like it never happened.
And so it's like longevity is important, like you said, which is why it's about the content you are creating, the quality of it. Quantity and quality at that point matter, but then fan engagement is another huge thing I'm starting to realize.
Yeah.
Before I just wanted to make music, post a jam, and then disappear. But now I'm like, I gotta show the fans my face. I gotta show them who I am as a person. That way they can actually fuck with me. Not just the music, but because some people will find me just because I'm a cool person, and then figure out I make music, and then start fucking with me.
And like, I noticed, like, when you start blowing up, or when your name get out there a little bit more, people will come to you more so. And then before, when you're trying to work with everybody, they don't care. I'm worried about myself. Oh, he got a deal with Nike. Oh, he got a deal. Oh, he signed the Dreamville. Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing? So it's just like you got to do the work, and then people will come to you eventually. But
that's all it is, bro.
But yeah. But let's move on to our next topic. Kanye West. He's working on some type of he's working on some type of a project. Well, I don't know if it's a project, but he's been experimenting with 90s beats.
I heard he's been recreating them.
Yeah, he's recreating them in his own way. Kanye make beats, so he's probably going to sample them and use them for maybe an upcoming project. This source came from Syph the Prince.
Chai
the Prince. Yeah. So
they're real close, I think, right?
Yeah.
Isn't the Prince signed to Good Music too?
Yeah.
Which is probably why.
Pretty sure, yeah, he is. And,
No. I'm thinking about Royce the 5'9". Him and Eminem are on the same label. I think Chai the Prince is signed to Good Music.
Yeah, I should be. But how do you feel about? Because I love, like, if he I don't know what he's going to do with these 90 beats, but like I love when artists take it from back in time, because 90s, that was my area. Like I wasn't born in the 90s, like late 90s, 98, that 2 years of enjoying the 90s, but like just that style, like growing up in the 2000s and 90s and our parents listening to 90s music, like we adapted to that. So it's just like that's dope. Like if he does decide to make a 90s album, like
knowing Kanye, bro, it'll be hot.
Right. Because Kanye always do something. He always make art with his music and always make that come alive.
I've said it before.
Even with the gospel album,
bro,
like,
he's a genius.
He's a genius. I'll
like,
give him that.
Kanye knows what he's doing when it comes to this music stuff. His work ethic, the way how long he's put into this music stuff.
He's been doing this for so long. It's easy though.
For the fact that he's trying to take these 90s style beats and this is what he's doing, and he flips them to a new modern style, bro, it could be a new sound for Kanye.
Because one of my favorite albums of all time will be To Pimp a Butterfly, and how Kendrick did it with, he kind of had an 80s vibe, 80s, 90s vibe to the album. It was just like I never get tired of listening to the album because it's just like,
I heard it's one of the best. Like I've in discussion had people tell me it's one of the best albums of our generation, like our lifetime. Like you got Nas's Illmatic, I think was one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
And then some other albums I really can't think about, but To Pimp a Butterfly is one of the albums that will be stapled with our generation.
Because that album was powerful. Like listening to it,
just what he was doing with the sounds, the music.
Yeah, just experimenting with all that,
and then the lyrics and the stories he was telling behind it, bro. It took me a minute to get on top of it, but I do fuck with that project now.
Like I listen to that. Usually, I take a break from listening to it because like I don't want it to get old. Like you listen to something over and over, you're like, it's getting old, but like I never get tired of it.
You can always go back to it.
Right. It's good meditation music in my opinion. Like whenever I'm stressed or whenever I'm trying to work on a project, I'll listen to Pimp a Butterfly just to meditate and
get back in order.
Yeah, get back in order. It's like it really sets me straight. Like listen to it, I get focused, listening to the melodies and the tones and the jazz vibes he had on there. I'm like, oh yeah, I could do anything with this type of mindset, this music playing. So if Kanye do something like that with these 90 beats, it'll probably put me back in the vibe again to really work and just relax and meditate with that.
And Kanye's big on features. So I'd be interested to see who he brings on this project to work with, whether it's producing or rapping or singing or whatever.
Right. He might have some, another Kid Cudi feature or might experiment with, Future or some other people. That'd be interesting because Kanye, he's not afraid to experiment. Who did he experimented? He did a while ago. He did one with what's his name? Damn it. The Trump supporter. The red hair. Lil Pump. Yep.
Lil Pump.
I knew he had a low in his name. I forgot. But yeah, Lil Pump with the song. Yeah. Right. And it was a little quick jam, but it was nice.
It was interesting to see how the two work together.
Exactly. So I definitely want to see who Kanye works with in the future and how that goes along with. Lastly, we got Drake's Certified Lover Boy. That's been confirmed by DJ Academic. Yeah, he said that it would be released either in this month or next month, about around March or April. And I'm excited because Drake, he was supposed to put it out last summer, but obviously it got pushed back. Then in January he hinted it was gonna come out soon, but he had to focus on his injuries that he got into it, so he kind of pushed that back a little bit. But definitely March or April is when it should be.
Which I'm not even mad because if he keeps pushing it back, whether it's because of COVID happening or recovering from his surgery and all that, he's still working on the project. It's not like he's just been sitting on his project. He's probably tweaking it a little bit, adding some jams.
Right, because Drake never disappoints. Anything he puts out is fire. Like you cannot like a Drake song.
And I've had conversations about this recently where it's like I think the Certified Lover Boy will be the project to kind of bounce Drake back. Like solidify him. Like I think Drake is our generation's Michael Jackson. I'm keeping 100 with you. Like I've had conversations. Bro, think about the influence Drake's had on the world.
No, he's not
Michael Jackson. But if someone had to be chosen to be this generation's like Michael, I think it'd be Drake.
You don't think Chris Brown?
Nah, bro. Chris Brown don't got the influence Drake do.
Yeah, true. And Drake, he can go to that pop style to rap. He's so versatile. He can change. He can change
even
up.
just about not even music, bro. Drake got charm. I feel like Chris Brown don't got. Drake just got some type of sauce and essence, and yeah, I don't know. It's just it's a whole conversation maybe for another week.
Because I mean we could debate about this because like I definitely feel like Drake just a little more better, but and he definitely he's definitely on that level what Michael Jackson is. And Chris Brown, I feel like he was once there. Like he was supposed to be that.
Chris Brown was one of the biggest pop stars in
right.
the world.
But then Drake definitely blew up album after album, features, doing songs. His, like you said, his influences, buying companies, owning Nike store, got the key to the company.
Even just like what he's doing, like you said, outside of music, where it's his clothing brand, putting on other artists, his label, going around the world, the influence he had on that.
Giving back, give him $1 million.
Exactly, bro. I think Drake's just like that dude, just hella influential on the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Drake's even said it in multiple jams, comparing himself to Michael Jackson.
Right. Even the song he did with Michael Jackson, kind of with the sample or the verse that Mike had. So it's just like he's definitely aspired to be like him and definitely want to do it. And I can see it. I give Drake. I mean, Drake got the rest of his life to prove him. He's definitely proved himself already, but like he got the rest of his life to even build more of a foundation and blow up.
I've heard from a few artists. I was watching this Big Sean interview not too long ago, and Big Sean has already also kind of solidified himself as a major rap star, superstar, all that.
Of course, yeah.
And one of the things that he was talking about, or the interview, kept mentioning was that in certain lyrics, he kept pointing out that he had to prove himself. And it's like, at one point, do we stop feeling like that and like we're made it, or as artists, are we always trying to like prove people wrong and always reach higher heights? It's just like an interesting topic because I feel like, with me, myself personally, I know I can rap. I know there are people around me know I can rap and all that. And like I said, I'm still a pretty no name artist, but I will always feel like I got to do better.
Right. You always got to step up. Like even when I do my project, I'm like, how is the next project going to be way better than this? What can I do? How can I elevate with that? And it just takes time and really about building your fan base and who's going to love it. Like I realize a lot of people, a lot of stuff that you don't like, a lot of people will love.
That's the one thing that I think is the hardest thing about being an artist is like putting out shit that you don't like, but you've heard from other people.
Exactly. Like, oh, this is hard. And then the stuff you put your heart into, you be like, I love this song. People's like, eh.
That's when you gotta, especially when it comes to albums, is just get a mix of those. This is for the people. This is for me.
Exactly. You definitely need that balance and that mixture of both, because if you just put out stuff you're like, and people will be like, all right, and you want to make sure you also have like a album release party or whatever, so people can be like, all right, I like this song.
You want to be proud of whatever you put out, though, even if you're not like 100, because you're gonna make music that you love. You're gonna make music. Well, everything I make, I'm like, this is my baby.
Of course, yeah.
But some things I definitely, lean toward, and some I don't. But yeah, I think you always got to be proud of whatever you put out, no matter what.
Definitely, and you got to be consistent with that, and really try to make your music for you. Most likely, because even you wanna obviously put out what people like, but you also want to make sure like you said, you're satisfied with that, and you can also like be like, all right, this is the project. I know this is for the people too, but I like a little bit of it because I made it. Exactly. Put it out there.
I don't know. I think the Certified Lover Boy would be something you can be proud of for sure.
I feel like I don't know, just how it sounds. I feel like it's going to be it might be a mixture of an R&B / hip hop album, but I'm not sure. I don't know with Drake, but just in the name, like Certified Lover Boy sounds.
Which is why
like
I get so much like potential and hope for this project, bro. The title of the project alone is enough for me to be like, I'm gonna love this project. I'm gonna love this project. So
because the names, it could be deceiving. You'd be like, I don't know what I can expect, but Drake, like I said, Drake never disappoints. So whatever he got going, it's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be a good project.
So going off of celebrity news, let's talk about each other's music right now. I'm gonna start off with you because obviously you got a couple things going on
I got a couple things, but first off, before we start getting to us, I want to just shout out to the fact that Mac Miller's swimming album, his first platinum album was Swimming.
Oh, yep. Shout out to Mac Miller.
As I've said it before, I'll say it again. Mac's one of my favorite artists. You know, if I had to pick a top 5 personal favorite from every artist around, Mac's definitely up there. And to see this project hit platinum, you know, as one of his first ones, because all of his projects, in my opinion, deserve to be platinum.
Of course.
But swimming is just a fantastic one to kind of land on. And Circles just became gold as well. So maybe we'll see that one become
Circles went gold. I enjoy Circles too. Like I was probably one of the Mike Miller albums I really like listened to like the whole thing, and like listening to every song, I was just like the Hurt Mac Miller. I don't know. I enjoy the Hurt Mac Miller. Like when he talks about, you know, depression and trying to overcome it and becoming better as a person, and like that's the music that speak to me and my mental. I'm just like, dang, like you're hurt really. I'm really attracted to this music because like your pain and your hurt, I feel like I can relate to it.
Because, yeah, bro, he's vulnerable. He was open with it all. You know
exactly.
I mean? He definitely was, like I said, relatable things niggas was going through. You know what I mean? That we can understand, bro. We've all been in funks.
And if he was still here alive today, he probably still has something dope. You know, R.I.P. to Mac Miller.
R.I.P. for sure.
And you know, he's a dope artist all around. You know, he had his legacy. And I always try to tell people all the time, like life is about building your legacy. So when you die, people can remember you for something, whether it's good or bad. But obviously, you want to go towards the good. But Mac Miller, he was the happiest person. You know, the happiest people always have the saddest in them. Like they give a lot of energy, a lot of that positive energy to the world, and then eventually they're hurt inside, and you don't never really know what's going on outside and what they're going through. So it's just like that. He was a strong soldier for just, you know, keeping that positivity, and everything he's shown in his music like was creative, and he had a message and he had a voice, and it wasn't just about fuck bitches get money. It was his truth and his art.
He was definitely just trying to talk to people. Like I was doing a little bit of research on it. In his first week, it sold 66,000 albums, which is crazy. It's a great number right there for the first week. Self-Care achieved double platinum status, which in the times that we are now, I think we live in a society, in a world that is pretty much, you know, very aware of mental health and depression and all that. So for Self-Care to kind of come out, it's a good song too. Like,
yeah, great song.
I think
especially you see the music video? Yeah, the music video was dope.
Yeah. Love it, bro. But yeah, it was just a great body of work, you know what I mean, from top to finish. One of my favorite Mac songs on there is Dunno. That's one of my favorite Mac songs, period. That and the live studio Spotify version of that song is gorgeous. So yeah, just had to bring it to light that my man got, you know, his first platinum album.
Right.
So shout out to Mac.
Shout out to Mac, man. He got some good music. Now let me ask you this, and this is kind of do you think he got that album because of his passing, or because he
that's always a hard question.
Yeah, because you know you see a lot of artists who pass, their albums go platinum or double platinum or gold, and it's sad because you be thinking like, why couldn't it have gone platinum when he was alive or whatever? And then like a lot of people, you know, once they pass, their music become famous. Like even Juice WRLD. I mean, Juice WRLD was already, you know, he was getting up there, but his last project went platinum.
Well, that's just because when people pass, especially artists, people who know them will go and stream their shit just because, you know, it's like, damn, this person's gone. And so it's just like, it brings back the nostalgia of when you found them, falling in love with their music, just the music, because music has got me through a lot, especially Mac's music and whatnot. And even Juice WRLD's, bro. Like I bang with Juice WRLD heavy. His Good Vibe, Good Riddance project is one of my favorite projects front to back. And so it's just, yeah, like when you're in situations like that, since we don't actually go buy music anymore and you can just stream it from your phone. If I'm running a project for, all day, sun up to sundown, the streams are just going to go up. Streams are going to go up, and that's how they track like gold status and platinum status now.
I feel like I feel like people should start sharing music more of other people's music, like not having like be really showing people that support and that love. It's kind of sad, like especially in the area we live in Pittsburgh. You see a lot of people put out music video content everything, but you barely see any shares or likes unless they're like in your circle, and that's sad. Like for me, I try to share everybody's stuff. Everybody I get like some type of connection with, I try to share their stuff, and they might get a little bit of recognition around, but it's just like if you could just share one person's stuff, just go ahead. You make a big impact. One person can make a big impact because your friends might not be friends with other people's friends. They're like, oh, who's this? Click, see your music video or see your music, and then like, wow, like this person's talented. Let me check his music out. And then a lot of people, they're like, you'll get a couple shares, or you might not even get no shares, or you might get a couple likes. But it's just like every share and every like really goes around, like, and people could really see that.
Just an impact, bro. Just to see that people are sharing your stuff, even if it doesn't have any like direct impact on my numbers or whatnot. It's just cool to know that people are out here like, there's Zach. Let me help him.
Exactly. And then when you help other people, they help you right back. Like, oh, he shared my stuff. Oh, he appreciate that. I don't even know him. Let me check his music out.
Exactly, bro. It's just like it's just building a community.
All right. It's an algorithm. You just gotta, find a way to really find a system to support people, have them support you, and then y'all can both blow up. If y'all both meet the right connections, y'all keep doing y'all thing with showing that support.
That's the thing, bro. That's why I realized it's just more about making music now when it comes to this entertainment stuff. It's about connections. It's about, like we were talking about earlier, consistency and quality of content and building that support system and that networking thing. There's a ton of stuff that I feel like people don't really understand going to this. It's more than just, hopping in a booth and making a jam and try to put it out and then blowing up. It's just like little things behind the scenes. Social media is important now. It's huge in this day and age.
Yeah, it's taking over the world.
And so it's like, there's a lot to it, but we ain't gonna give up. I think we can't.
Like, we're gonna keep going, bro. We've been doing this since 2010, 11, 12, whatever.
I've been making music since like sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
That's when I performed on a stage, my first written like stuff I read, and the crowd went wild, bro. And I love that feeling. And so like I'm chasing that feeling still.
You started out young. Like I did music around like seventh grade, but like I ain't start performing until like the end of high school.
I mean, it was just one little talent show in the school, bro. And honestly, I didn't perform anything else that until high school. But I mean, like if you count little recitals in music class and all that, just stuff. But like my own stuff, yeah, it was high school, and then even in college, I started performing a little bit more.
Even our music class, like we would be writing
Hollingsworth, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's where I was like, that's one of the recitals I performed. But yeah, I've been writing every day of my life since like fifth grade. Like even probably even before that. And I just kept going with it. And that's the only way you're going to get better. Like people, damn, how'd you get so good with this? And it's like literally consistent.
Practice, writing. Like I see a lot of people, definitely talented people who comes up, shout out to Level Up Studios that comes to this area and they record. They're like, they're so passionate about music, they don't even need to write. They'll hop in the booth, get a YouTube beat, just start freestyling. For me, like, I mean, they can do that. I'm a writer. Like I like to sit down and really think what I'm gonna write, what the song's about. And then when they hear my voice, they're like, "Oh, maybe I should sit down and write songs." That's hard.
I feel that. I'm a writer by nature, but I freestyle better if it's just like a camera and a beat. Like if I got to go in the booth and freestyle, and that's the thing. I started building this home studio at home. So I'm like, I'm getting my equipment, and like it's at the point where I can start recording my own work and stuff like that. So like I have just for like lyrical exercises, thrown on a beat, and I just started like put the headphones on, nothing written, I just spit, try to make a jam that way. Because honestly, I heard that's how Juice was making jams, that's how Wayne was making jams, that's how a lot of like. And I want to get to that point where it's like if I'm ever in the studio and I hear something I like, I can just hop in the booth right then and there, make a jam, make a hit.
If I just need that beat, like I feel like I could freestyle if I have a good beat that like I'm like this is the one. Because not all beats are for me. Like I can't freestyle in general. Like I can't even think. I can't think of words. Like at the time, I'm like da 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 da. I don't know. Like at the moment, I'm like I don't know. If I sit down and write, I'm like, all right, the topic's about food. Got pizza, hamburgers, da 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 da. Like
for me, bro, it's like the one thing I realized when it comes to freestyling is just kind of keep pushing, because what a lot of people, they'll realize that it's like, oh damn, I messed up, my freestyle's over. It's like even if I like find a word, like say I have 2 bars and bar 1 doesn't rhyme with bar 2, then I'll just make bar 3 and bar 4 rhyme with bar 2. Kind of use bar 1 as like a setup, and then just kind of keep pushing it and flowing it. And even if you like, for me, I repeat a lot of the stuff, that gets all up in my mental, and I'm like, damn, I'm saying the same thing, but I'm like, let me just use that and flip it for a different scheme and all that. So
that's usually my method when I'll usually rap song with Rizzy Reek, and then a lot of stuff rhyme with Reek, so
you can just keep it flowing.
I just be keeping it flowing when I start a rap.
And that's the one thing, bro. One thing I realized is when it comes to freestyling, are people more impressed about how long you can freestyle than like what you're saying. But like what you're saying is very important. Don't get me wrong. I be spit. And so, but people will be like, man, he freestyled for like 10 minutes straight. And it's like, so just keep it pushing. And like,
I need to get on that level though, because like even like the late night ciphers we have at Level Up, after hours, we call it. I be freestyling with a lot of people here at night, and they'll just tell me like when I stop and I get myself, I'm like, I can't do it no more. They're like, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't matter how it sounds. Just keep going. You'll find yourself pick yourself back up.
Exactly. So it's all about energy and confidence, bro. That's all it is. Like as soon as you start kind of like mumbling your voice and then you lose the confidence and the energy to freestyle. But then if you keep pushing through it, you be like, oh shit, I can do this. You know what I mean? You'll just push it through. But yeah, we working. I've been posting a lot of snippets of stuff I'm working on my Instagram. Z.A.C.H underscore. No. Z.A.C.M underscore.
It's a lot of knots.
Bro, I've been thinking about changing my name.
I'm about to say you ZA, just put ZA underscore.
I might have to. Maybe it's underscore Z.A underscore.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't know.
I mean, it's up to you, bro.
I love my name. I'm not gonna change my artist name, but maybe just like my IG handle, just to make it a little bit easier for people.
People just tap it. Or
around the third dot, people be like, "What?"
Yeah, there was times I was trying to tag you, and then they wouldn't even. I'm like, "Oh, did I add another dot to it, or did I use too many dots?"
But yeah, I've been posting snippets on my IG and stuff we're working on. Like I said, with this home studio that I've been building, I've kind of been compiling just a lot of jams that I don't know what I'm gonna do with, but they're solid jams, and so I don't know if I want to add them to like an EP or just release them as singles, but I'm probably gonna post them just so there's content out there of myself.
Right.
But yeah, it's all about kind of just like a balance. I'm still trying to find my sound. Like I think I have a good idea of where where I'm going now, where I'm headed. But I'm a versatile artist. It's where you throw me on any beat, I can usually mess it up. My boy sent me a jam called Floor Have Mercy. So shout out to that. Make sure you go stream it. Where it's more like a disco funky jam, which is something I've never been on before.
Okay.
But I was very excited, very proud to be on that jam. He loved it. I mean, it's a great jam. Working with these Redefined guys, they have a sound that was different to mine. And then we have a producer out in Sweden. Shout out Wanhove, who sends beats. Crazy talented dude. Crazy talented, bro. And they're all a little different than what I was originally working on in the years before. And so I don't know. It's kind of fun stepping into new doors and whatnot, experiment with sounds and all that. But I definitely think I want to find like my own concrete one. When people hear it, they're like, "That's the A." You know what I mean?
That's the ZA sound. It's all about, like, I learned it's about finding identity. Like, you really gotta find your sound, your style, the logo that you want people to see you as.
Like what you said with identity, it's like you got to figure out who you are as a person.
Exactly. So people know. So obviously your style, your sound, all that, and also know like this is me. Like me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to find out my sound. Like I obviously know what direction I want to go with, like being this conscious, self-aware rapper who also can have fun, like and talk about different things. I don't want to stay on one topic, but I want people to know that like I can be this rapper who can sit down and be serious like a J. Cole or Kendrick, but I can also can change it up and be like a Young Thug or Uzi, when I want to.
Which is why I'm kind of in that exact same mindset where it's like I want to be a Kendrick and a J. Cole. But I was talking to my boy Southwest about this, and it's like for so long I've like compared myself. Like whenever I would write something and record it, and I was like, this doesn't sound like a Kendrick jam, or this doesn't sound like a J. Cole jam. That stunts everything because it's like I'm not trying to sound like these guys. I'm trying to sound like myself.
Exactly.
And I need to kind of like stop focusing on whether this sounds like something they would put out and just focus on putting out my own stuff. You know what I mean? And it all goes back to like I said, identity. I had a point, but I completely forgot what it was. But yeah. Like I said, I was kind of in that same boat where I wanted to be these type of artists. And then me and Southwest hopped on this jam called The Wrong One, which was definitely more like a Gunna Young Thug type of feel. And honestly, bro, it's one of my favorite songs to date.
Is it out yet?
Yeah, bro, it's on the By Definition Volume 1 project.
Okay.
I've
been seeing you've been doing a lot of High Definition. So that was like an album.
It's like me and my label got together and we decided to make a like a label project, and By Definition Volume 1 is
so that's out on
all
okay, I'm gonna check that
Spotify.
out because I've been seeing like it all on Instagram, but I never really got a chance to check it out because I wasn't sure if it was like a one song or album or if it was just like something I was working on.
But, it's out on all streaming services. I think it's like a 12 track. Let me find out real quick. It's like 12, 13 track project, full length. It's a smooth project.
So who's all on it? You said Southwest.
Southwest Different, ZACH, Tim Judah, Fathom, Trez, Blank Face. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. Let me check real quick. I think those are all the artists that we have, and I feel bad every time I got to name these guys because I do feel like I forget people. Blank Face, Fathom, Judah, Trez, Southwest. No, that's everybody. And then Juan Hove produced, JG the Genius, Donnie mixed and mastered. We even got a couple beats by my boy Naveen. It's a good group of guys.
So how did that group kind of happen? Yeah.
My boy Southwest came to me. Shout out to him first off. We went to school together, and Point Park, and he came to me over the summer and was like, "Yo, me and a couple guys got together and we started a label. We want to know if you want to join on." And I was like, "Give me a couple days, let me figure it out," because I'm not really like, before I wasn't really a group guy. I was very much like, I want to make my own decisions when I want to make them and do what I want to do. Like I want to have full control, whatever it is, and I still do. But I was like, let me get a few days to kind of think it over. And then my boy Southwest shot a video for his Hyena Sacrifices jam, which is also streaming. So make sure you check that out. And that's where I kind of met the guys for the first time, and we just chopped it up, talked, good vibe, good energy. And then, they also have, like I said, producers, videographers, engineers, mix and masters, and all that. And so it just seemed like a good fit at the time, just to kind of further my career and also kind of like build something up from the ground.
That's what's up. I'm seeing that progress, and you working with people definitely get you far in life, and
it teaches you a lot about yourself as an artist too,
right? And others, like their style and what they do and how they can help you. So that's dope. Like for me, just being with the One Hood, not One Hood, the Level Up music group. I was with One Hood at one point too. They was dope too with their concert and stuff, but being with the Level Up music group,
you've definitely been involved in a lot, my guy.
Right, I've been doing so much, my brain be exhausted sometimes.
You be moving for sure.
Yeah, just trying to make as much moves as I can, just trying to build my legacy. But just with the Level Up group and the people, like they all have a story, and most of their stories was harsh, coming from the hood and being involved in things that they didn't really want to be in, but they overcame it and they're trying to be better, and just learning their story and just being like, how can I help them out, or how can I relate to what they've been through and their pain, and like just connecting with them and listening to their music. And there's a lot of dope artists and a lot of them who kind of didn't have that direction at first, and now they're learning. Like I found a sense of direction where I want to go with my life, and their music shown like they work hard. Like these are some dope artists, and definitely trying to work with everybody in the label and trying to see what they're all about. And obviously, I always learn about new people that comes into the studio and what they're about, and obviously trying to figure out my style and my voice.
And I think working with a lot of artists helps you find your own style. You know what I mean? Because there's only so much you can figure out on your own. But once you start kind of hearing other people, how they work, like you said, their stories, their sounds, and all that, you start to get an idea of where you fit in,
right?
And where you gel.
You're like basically. For me, I'm like, okay, this person's different from me, but at the same time, we're not that much different. We both kind of went through. We all go through pain in life, so it's just like, how can we use that pain to make music? And when they go in the studio, or when we do the raw cypher freestyle sessions, they be going in and like even recording them. Like I'll record them, be the engineer, just trying to practice on how to work the equipment, so I know how to engineer it for myself if I end up having my own home studio or something. I know how to work the business side and being an
And the
artist.
artist side, exactly.
So it's just like that's good for me because even being here at Level Up, it gives me that energy to do a lot and also work with people and also do me at the end of the day.
As a creator, you need a creative space to create. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like you can, and that's why like this home studio has been a blessing because it's like I don't really like I used to just be in my room and I used to write and try to record and all that, and it's fun. Like it gets the job done, but a home like my room is a place where I want to come to rest. You know what I mean? And like the stew is the place where I go to create. And like gelling them and mixing them together, it can get confusing because it's like, all right, I'm in this room. I need to either be working, creating, or sleeping. And it's like when you start to separate and you get a nice balance of this room, excuse me, is predominantly for this. This room is all for this. You know what I mean? So gets the work done. So definitely hope. I'm glad you got this spot to come and create now.
Right. I've been working. I mean, just the people. Like shout out to Issue, Ghost, Sane, Snacks. You know, the people that comes here and just work, price tag, and just getting to know people every week. Even doing the Level Up podcast every Monday and talking to artists every week and knowing like their background, their story. It kind of helps me like understand a person. Also, like gets out of that mind of isolation because there's times where me and like everybody can probably say that they've been in that state of being isolated, but like really talking to people and getting to know them, you'll realize like you can definitely connect with people whether they're vulnerable or not, and it's all about just getting that connection. And if the connection is good, keep it. If it's not, you can at least say you tried that. So shout out to the whole the label group, the owner Mario Quinn for providing the creative space. He calls it the creative playground because you could do anything here: dance classes, studio time, free programs. So it's been a blessing being here and just working with people because they got me out of that isolation. So
it's hard to get out too, but once you out, then it's a blessing, like you said, to be out.
Right.
So it's good to stay out. Stay out of it.
So, ZA, do you have any upcoming music or anything you're gonna drop in the future?
I want to. I think I'm focusing a lot more on visuals. So me and my videographer have kind of been talking. Try to plan some stuff so we can get some visuals out, get some videos out, just to match the music that we've been putting out. I might drop a few singles within like a month or two, so be on the lookout for that.
I peeped Lunch Break got 1,000.
You got 1,000 streams,
views,
yeah, bro. It
streams.
looks gorgeous on my artist page, not having less than 1,000 and actually having.
Hate seeing that.
Thank you, bro.
The little symbol. I'm just like, just give me 1,000 already.
Thank you. It's baby steps in the right direction, and that's like one of the things I keep trying to tell people. It's like, it's not like there's some artists out here who got 15K, 20K, 35K, and all that, and like good for them. Congratulations. But like, just for me personally, seeing where I started a year ago, and then I didn't have anything a year ago, and now having, couple more 1,000 followers on IG, 1,000 streams on the project or on Lunch Break itself, the project reaching like 10K. It's just like.
Would there be a music video for Lunch Break?
At one point, yeah. I'm still trying to think about what I want to do for that one. Like music videos, like concepts and all that. I don't want to just be like one of these artists who just have a bunch of people in a room and I'm rapping. And I do think there is a time and a place for that. But for a lot of the songs that have concepts or deeper meanings or tell a story, I kind of want to portray that in the visuals. And for me, it's just kind of thinking about ideas. But we're definitely we're getting some concrete ideas. And like I said, a couple of videos will be out by the end of the year.
Okay.
What about yourself?
I definitely that's my main focus. I know I do a lot, but my main focus is getting visuals out because I have no visuals. Like the only visual you see me is rapping on camera. You don't really or like picture with the music. But I definitely want to get some visuals out for Reezy Rise. I dropped it back in August and
good project.
And yeah, I mean, there's so many songs I want to do for a music video, but I at least want to have like at least three music videos or 4 music videos for it because it's like a 10 song project, 10 track project. So that's something I'm trying to work on before I even work on the next album because Like there's some dope people I see. They'll have an album and then drop singles, collab albums, two more other albums after that. Like like I know somebody who dropped a an album and then they dropped another album like but then 2 months later and then a month later just because they have a home studio and they can record whenever.
You make that music, yeah.
Right. So it's just like that dedication is fire. Like I want that. But for my type of music, I like to have a project. And even if it takes a year, like I want to make sure the visuals is out for that project. And I want to make sure
space it out.
Right. Space it out. Just really have focus on that project. I'll drop some singles here and there, but I'm not dropping another project until this one get a couple visuals. Because in my opinion, this is like the Outbreak project. Because it's the first project that's on all streaming platforms. The cover art is I made, and I usually make all my cover arts for my albums, but this one was like I liked it, and the songs like most all of them wasn't like mixed and master, of course, but I was satisfied. Like I seen me grow up from my previous albums. I'm like, this album, it shows my maturity and my growth because my other albums, I'll talk about the same stuff or, I'll have that where I talk about, empowerment and stuff like that. But I lose focus and they're like experimental album. And this one I was like, I wanted to focus on a topic like Reezy Rise was just about rising no matter what your style is, no matter who you are, as long as you know you're okay and you accept yourself for who you are. Others will, and if they don't, who cares? Like this is music that other people can relate to. This is music that will help people grow. It's a message behind it. Sometimes it's just about having fun. At the end of the day, whether it's partying, whether it's finding religion, finding hope.
It's just your story,
right? Just the story overall. Like the theme will always be there with different things that we go through in the world, but your story make the themes come alive
for sure.
So
I
definitely want to do more visuals with that and just collab. I did a couple features. Did one with Marlos Johnson. Bye bye. He's going to do one of my songs, Wildin' Out, coming out soon. And other people I'm trying to work with, like with Ghost's Money, and I did a song to one of the producers sing. He's a producer here. I do he gave me a beat and I wrote to it, and he actually hopped on the song too. And I did a song with Mario not too long ago. So just collabing, and working with people. I'm just working on features for real. Like if I do songs from now on, they just gonna be features. And then songs I do, I'm gonna hold them for right now. Like I dropped a couple singles after Reezy Rise, but focusing on the visuals. Hopefully my boy E Lane can help me with the music videos, and we get that done. And
we gonna be out here.
Yeah,
we gonna be working.
I'm definitely gonna do that Hopeless video.
Bro, I'm waiting on that.
Because that for me, that's like a springtime project. So I mean, it's getting warmer now, so that's gonna be definitely one of the songs we work on. Ultralight, definitely got to be an outside jam for the springtime because it's more of a enlightening. I'm free. I'm free. The energy's there type of song, and giving it all to my hope, my dream, and to God. So that's something I definitely wanted to be outside with the sun. So just doing that. I'm kind of going to be quiet with the music for a while. As far as like dropping big songs, I might drop a party song or cool little song,
just a little single to keep people
interested. A little single. But as far as projects and serious songs, I'm kind of gonna hold that for a while until Reezy Rise get a little more exposure.
I feel that. I respect that. I'm honestly. I dropped Chowder back in November or December, and that was the single. Last Drive, which I dropped in January 2020, was the last thing I dropped. So it was like January drop, December drop, and then I've been quiet. So like I said, I think I might drop some singles or a project EP coming up very soon, just to get some people interested and get them following. I was watching the Ski Mask the God interview not too long ago, and he said with my first project, I proved to people I can make music. Or no, I proved to people I could rap. With the second one, I'm trying to prove to people I can make music. And like that stuck with me heavy because that's kind of what I've been feeling recently. Is like people know I can rap. People know I can spit. Now let me show people that I can make a cohesive song. I can make something, worth playing back again and listening to and art and all that. And so that's kind of my direction I'm in. It's where I've been like going to, and there's definitely nothing but growth, and I can feel it and see it myself. So I'm very excited to show you guys what I got coming.
Just the progress from when we started off in middle school, bro, just writing in our notes, just or freestyling at lunch table, somebody playing the beat. To now, just really taking it serious and just working.
It's good to see, honestly.
Right. Even when we're like separated and we're like doing our own thing, we're still making music. We're still working with other people and still doing big things, So I mean, I'm proud of the progress. And,
too, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, you too, bro. Just where we came from to where we at now, it's like your music's definitely have elevated, and we definitely are going to, like we said, since we was little, bro. We gonna make it. It don't matter how long it's gonna take. We gonna make it.
I've had dreams of being a rock star since I was like 4.
Right.
So
because if we would have went back in time and told our past selves like where we was at today, probably wouldn't believe us.
They'd be proud. I don't know, because that was one of the things I like struggled with a year ago when I dropped the project. Was like, damn, if I were to like have a conversation with like high school Zach or middle school Zach or like 5-year-old Zach, how would he feel about me as a person right now? Mm-hmm. And I remember, I think it was my cousin was like, the person you are now, you took when you were younger, you took the steps in order to get there. So they'd probably be proud of you. And like after hearing that, I kind of calmed down a little bit and was like, hey, you're right. I always kind of wanted to be like this artist when I was younger, and the fact that I'm here now.
Right, it's about building your vision. Like you see where you want to be, you take it there,
and you do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
Dream it, go get it.
Exactly. So hopefully in about 5 years, we on tour or something.
I'm trying to get out to Cali by 25. So.
I was trying to do that last summer. Remember that Cali trip we was supposed to do? Yeah,
bro, we was talking about that though since like 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade we was supposed to go to Cali in 2020,
which is hilarious, bro, to see like that notification pop up on my shit, because I was like, damn, that was a thing that we tried to do.
We was supposed to go to Cali in 2020. This was like in 2012. We was like, we're going to Cali in 2020. I don't care what nobody's at. We're gonna be there. Boom, COVID.
Thank you. It was like, well,
damn, COVID just messed up everything.
We'll try again later.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely trying to. But then, like, even within a couple months, or within a year or two, just go to different places. Like I've been to Atlanta, definitely a fun trip. I want to go to Miami. Mm-hmm. I've been to Florida before, but I want to go to Miami. I want to go to Cali. Definitely want to go to Cali.
Thank you.
And expand there and see connections and opportunities I make. So that's for the future me. Hopefully, future me takes them steps and we be successful. Me and some people. Hopefully, turn like my second option. My first option obviously to travel the world, but my second option is to kind of. People's always talking about leaving Pittsburgh, and they're like, well, I'll give back to my community. I'm famous and I'll come back here and, show the world. But like really making Pittsburgh the next LA or something like that. Like, definitely want to blow up my city. Definitely want to add resources here, and people will be like, I want to come to Pittsburgh to
make some music,
and blow up. Like I want people that really have that thought. Like Pittsburgh's the move, man. What's holding me back from going to Pittsburgh? Like I want to go to Pittsburgh, man.
And even just the talented artists that we have here, bro. There's hella talented. Right. Diversity, variety everywhere. And so it's like, let's do what we gotta do to blow up the city, get everyone heard and all that. And like you said, bring people in that'll definitely want to come here to make music, make it the next LA, Miami, Chicago, Atlanta when it comes to this music stuff, and do what we gotta do to put the city on.
Yeah, because man, Pittsburgh, that could be our goal, man. Like, but it's all about what we do. What can we do with it? The connections we make, who's running everything, how can we get focused with them and just keep doing what we do at the end of the day.
What we're doing. That's what I like to hear, brother.
But that's enough talk for today's GMN. So next week we're gonna keep the hip hop series going. Episode 5 though, we're gonna probably start doing reviews. Mm-hmm. Just our projects for the next couple episodes. So just be on the lookout for that.
But we're going to definitely talk about our stuff, and then in future episodes try to get into local artists and then even bigger artist reviews and all that.
So we're so just make sure you look out for that. Anybody who wants to put in submissions, let us know. Hit the GMN page or the Level Up page and let us know. And we'll listen to your album reviews. More information on that's gonna go. And this has been the GMN Hip Hop Series. We'll see you next week. Now we gotta freeze like some robots.
My fault, I've been moving.
No, that's cool. It's a little blooper.